On the surface, it doesn't make any sense why I have these 25th anniversary of Animal Kingdom maps with me, because that was almost 2 years ago. But I'm actually meeting my co-host from the podcast, Mav, at Disney's Animal Kingdom today. And I've been holding on to these for 2 years. Every time I see her, I keep forgetting to give them to her. So I know that she has her park bag, and I can give these to her from this celebration almost 2 years ago. This is her favorite park, and I think we're going to be doing a lot of riding Everest today. So I hope you have fun in joining us.
What the? Wish.
first ride of Everest of the day. It's actually Maz's 12th. So we are gonna see how many we can ride it. Here we go. Time, I'm just not wearing my hat, which I think you know how much that kills me. This is going to be my second ride going through on single rider. For Maz, it is going to be her 13th. So we'll have to look at some of those times because she showed me and she was going crazy this morning. Again? Another one. And another one. This isn't good. I don't like this at all. Ah, that's where we go. So Maz is hopping in the single rider line to do her 16th run of Everest. 2 of the 4 times I did it, we stopped at the top of the one hill, and that really jerked me around a little bit. So I'm taking a break here. I got a soda. I'm not gonna ride it nearly as many times as she's gonna ride it. I think I might set the goal of 10 for myself. And if I can ride it 10 times today, I think that's a good run. She is looking to break her record of 20, which I think she'll do fairly comfortably. But she's looking to destroy the record, so we'll see if she can do it. It'll be fun to watch her try. But I think 10 is a good number for me. even the cast members have started noticing what she's doing, and they gave me this for when she finally breaks her personal record of 20 times riding Expedition Everest. On the 21st time, they want me to give her this certificate. I think I'm probably going to be riding with her for that one. Right now I'm only doing every other or every third ride with her. Ride, and this is going to be the one where Maz hits 21, breaking her personal record. How many more will she do? I don't know. I think we're stopping for drinks after this. Just more broken stuff at Disney. Woo! Seven for me, 22 for Maz. Here we go.
Single rider, and when you become like really hard.
Number 8. Ride 8 of the day. This has been so much fun. I just have to get 2 more rides in to hit 10, which is pretty cool. And Maz, I don't even know where she is now, 23, 24, something like that. So she's gonna get a pretty high number at some point. I think she's at 23. I think she is in line right now in the single rider line for 24. Number 9, number 25. 925. Number 10 for me, number 30 for Maz. We have done it. Woo! final tally was me, 10 rides, Maz, 31 rides. She jumped back in line one more time. Very, very impressive. What a day at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Alright, so that was such a fun day hanging out with Maz. She rode Expedition Everest 31 times. I rode it 10. I still think that is a pretty significant number, considering I didn't get into the park until almost noon, and then immediately Maz and I got something to eat. I haven't made any big announcements yet, and it'll still be to come in the next few weeks. I'm not ready to talk about it on the channel too much, but Maz is letting her annual pass expire, and coming up I will not be coming to the parks nearly as much as I have over the past 6 years. And I know even just the past few months I haven't been coming to the parks as much, because the only times I've been able to come mostly are the weekends, and the weekends are so packed that I'm not making my normal once a week trip to the theme parks. And we ate at Satuli Canteen today, and that was actually where I met Maz. We went and looked into it, and it was October of 2019. I had been here for 6 months when we met for the first time at Satuli Canteen, where we had lunch today. And that was really significant. We didn't remember what month it was, so we looked back and we found the pictures from that day in our phones. And in September of 2019, I had a big falling out with somebody I thought was one of my 2 best friends, and I thought was going to be ride or die with me forever. And I've forgiven him. Situations have happened since then that I wish him no ill will, but I was in kind of a bad place at the time, where I didn't think I could really trust anybody but 1 or 2 of the close friends that I had. One of them being Matt, who just out of the blue texted me today, by the way, which is awesome. I love hearing from my friend Matt. But I didn't know if I was going to be able to make friends again, because I had a rough stretch of it. As I mentioned before, I'm autistic, and sometimes being autistic makes it difficult to make new friends. But in October of 2019, I left my comfort zone. I met up with Maz here at Animal Kingdom. Then in November of 2019, I met Jillian, who's been on the show and has been on the vlogs a number of times. I met her in November of 2019, and in 2021 I started the podcast with Sarah Says and with Maz, and I've had Jillian on as well, and there are a few others. Ken, my friend Ken, is somebody that I've met in this community and is just a really, really great person and a great friend. And it's just a little emotional for me to think that I was at a point where I didn't know if I was going to be able to make friends. It's hard to make friends as an adult. And now, between Maz, Sarah, and Jillian, I have 3 of my absolute best friends. And then in 2023, somebody who would have sworn would have been another one of those ride or die friends, just out of the blue, just sent me a message saying she didn't want anything to do with me anymore. And the next day I just happened to be meeting up with Maz here at Animal Kingdom, and even though it was her vacation, she sat with me, talked through some of the stuff. So these theme parks are awesome, and I love the rides and I love the theming, but when I don't get to come to them as often, I'm really not going to be thinking about Expedition Everest or Big Thunder Mountain or, you know, web slingers at Disney's California Adventure. I'm going to be thinking about the time that Sarah kicked my butt at web slingers at DCA, and I'm going to think about the time Jillian and I rode Big Thunder Mountain Railroad 10 times when the wait was 85 minutes all day long, and the time that Maz and I rode Expedition Everest double-digit times, because in the long run, this is about the people that I met here. I'm going to think about the Christmas Eve that Ken and I ran around Hollywood Studios, just being dudes, loving Galaxy's Edge, eating at Mama Melrose, riding the Skyliner, just having a great time. And those are the memories that I'm going to have at these theme parks when I don't visit them as much. It's going to have very little to do with the rides. We love the cast members, and we had some great cast members today. Chantel from Boston gave Maz a photo shoot that would make Kate Moss jealous. But all of those things are great, but in the long run, the only thing that scares me about not being here as much is the people that I'm not going to get to see as much, and that's the God's honest truth. So I also want to say that, you know, this channel being started around Disney and me being able to go to the theme parks all of the time, everybody who watches and listens to the podcast, like, you mean a lot to me as well. And it's not like a weird parasocial thing. Like, I don't think that it's that type of situation. We just like to talk about the theme parks, and, you know, you like to listen to it, and I've made some friends along the way, and some people just like to listen and, you know, aren't cultivating friendships, and that's cool too. And when I just think of, I hate when people do that. When I just think of all the things that we got to do because of the podcast, all the experiences I've gotten to have, it's really, really been special. So I wish that this didn't end with, there we go. I was gonna say, I wish this didn't end with those loud screeching noises in the background, but I am going to end it now because I do want to get home. Thank you for enjoying this vlog. Thank you for enjoying every vlog, every podcast. Do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe. You won't believe, but it really does help. And even though I'm not going to be going to the theme parks as much, I'm still going to be keeping the podcast active. Maz and I just had a huge conversation about ways that we are going to continue to put out new, fresh episodes without us always being in the parks to comment firsthand on everything. We are going to have a lot for you, and I think you're going to want to be a part of it. So like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for hearing me talk a little bit.